All right, everyone, so welcome back. I am actually attempting to play Overwatch 2 again on launch day here, October 4th. I have no idea if we're actually going to have any success playing the game tonight or not. Here's what happened. Earlier today, I attempted to play this both on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It would not allow me to log in at all. It would just give me an endless errors loop or sit there saying there was like 40 to 30,000 people waiting and it would never join. Okay? I did a whole stream of the Evil Within 1 saying, fuck it, I'm not going to wait all day playing to Overwatch 2. It's not working. Let's play another game. When I was done with Evil Within, I, on a whim, when I was ending my stream, decided to jump in here and see if I could join. It worked. And I was able to get in, and I quickly rushed through the tutorial. I think it was a training mode and practice mode. You have to go through them both to unlock the multiplayer. So I rushed through them, and I booted it up, and I did one match of multiplayer. I just wanted to try it. It booted. I was like, okay, it works. So it was dinner time. Dinner was already waiting for me downstairs. So I went downstairs and ate. And after that, I said to my wife, it should work. If you want to play it, you know, she's been waiting all day to play it. I said, it should work now. It worked for me. So she jumps in. Now, here's the deal between the two of us. Her account is synced with her previous progress in Overwatch 1. Because she had a Battle.net account and she was playing it on PC. So all that is synced with her Battle.net account. So she logged in and it says it's still trying to queue the sync, but she can see all of her stats from when she used to play on PC and all of that stuff. She goes to play online, okay? All the characters are unlocked in the game except for the 3 new ones. Every character is unlocked from Overwatch 1, but none of the Overwatch 2 characters are unlocked. All 3 new characters are locked. This is not what Blizzard said would happen. Blizzard promised everyone you would have access to 34 out of 35 heroes, and you would have to buy the battle pass to access the final hero. They lied. You can't access any of the new heroes. It doesn't work. Okay? Now, here's the weird thing. Mine didn't sync properly. So when I booted the game and I joined a match, it allowed me to play as all the new heroes except the one you have to pay for. So I could play as, Sojourner, and the other one, the female Junkrat or whatever her name is, Junk Queen or whatever. I could play as those two, but then half of the other cast was still locked for me. So I had some of the original characters and the 2 new ones, but the other half of the cast was locked. So just think about how dumb of this is. If you're someone who's playing this for the first time today, you can use 2 of the new characters. If you're someone who already played the first game, you can't use the new characters. They're all locked. How does that make any sense? How is it Overwatch 2 if you can't play with the new characters? Right? So I literally just watched Kat play for an hour downstairs. And by the way, this keeps happening. I just watched her play for an hour downstairs. And literally, she didn't get one new map. They were all exactly the same maps from the original Overwatch 1, just with a different time of day. So King's Row isn't night anymore, it's daytime and stuff like that. The characters look slightly different, but pretty much all play almost identically. Very little tweaking really has happened since the first game. It's now 5v5 instead of 6v6, and you can only have 1 tank on a team. So what's ended up happening, I feel, is there's a lot more emphasis on protecting the tank and making the tank succeed, because if that tank's dead, you're all weaklings. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more focus on that. But outside of that, it literally looks exactly like Overwatch 1. The new maps are not in it. She played for an hour and saw 0 new maps. And then the game also would not allow her to access the new characters. And she can't even figure out how. She was like, what if I buy the battle pass? I said, no, if you look, the battle pass says all you're going to get is the new character Kimiko. It doesn't say you get access to Sojourner or the Junkrat Queen if you buy that. It actually doesn't say at all how you buy it. What it says is, oh, you get it, you're supposed to get it from, like, the shop. But there is no shop. There's no shop in the game. It doesn't exist. You can go like the hero screen, and individually on each hero, you can buy skins for each one with the in-game currency, but there's no shop to speak of to buy anything. So it literally says buy this hero in the shop, and there's no shop. She was looking at if she bought the premium battle pass, what you would get, and the different tiers. None of the heroes are in there. Did I enjoy it? I didn't play it. I didn't play the game yet. She did. And the thing is, basically, she played for an hour, and in the hour she played, most people have no idea what they're doing because they're all newbies. So most people have no idea how to play the game, and they suck. And then a few people actually knew what they were doing, and she had like tons of wins with this one team. So, because she's good, you know, she played it a long time. She knows the characters and everything. She's doing really good. But after an hour, she turned it off. She's like, I don't want to play the old maps. I don't want to play the old heroes. The game has no new maps, and I can't use the new heroes, so I don't want to play this right now. And I was like, I don't even know if it's going to fix itself, because they promised you 34 heroes. You only got 32. Even after your account is synced, I think they broke it, and they, you know, I don't know if they're going to fix it. Because maybe that was their intention. Maybe their intention was that if you played the first game, you get all the same first game content for free, but you have to somehow pay to get the new content. At the same time, how does that make sense when people playing the game for the first time have access to the new heroes? That doesn't seem to make sense, does it? So I don't know. It's incredibly confusing. I don't even understand it. Why doesn't she have the new heroes unlocked? Her account synced fine and it doesn't unlock. It doesn't make fucking sense at all. So what are we doing? I'm hoping we can jump in and play. I don't know if we can. I hope we can. It was, like I said, around 4 p.m. it was working. It's now 7 p.m. and now I'm getting errors. At least now the numbers are moving, because before the numbers were just frozen and never moving. So obviously something's happening. But, you know, will I ever even get in tonight? I don't know. It sucks. I had it working before, but then, you know, they're not going to let you sit there idle. They time you out. Nagasadao says, they also didn't carry over any legendary or special event holiday skins at all, even though they said that they would at launch. Yeah. Thank you to whoever just hit me $5. I appreciate that. Who is this? This is Anonymous. Doesn't say a name. Sucks you haven't been able to play this yet. Are you glad it's free to play and you didn't have to pay for it? I mean, can you imagine if you bought the game and couldn't play it? That's literally what happened with everyone with Street Fighter V. Everyone spent money on the game, $60, and sat there for like 3 days trying to play it, and nobody could play it. So can you imagine if you spent money and then it crapped out? But, I mean, still, it's a joke. Thank you for the first tip of the night. I appreciate that. Let's get a nice animation for you. I appreciate the support. How do I still not know where this is? There it is. Oh, that's what... Oh, it was screwed up. Hold on, I gotta reload the page. Oh, did you hear that bird outside? We got a lot of birds coming through, migrating for the fall. They've been coming through here recently. They hadn't been around, and they're all migrating now, which is really nice to see all the wildlife coming by. I enjoy nature, so I like these birds coming through. You can hear them on the mic. Excuse me, Mr. Warbler, what do you have to say about this botch of Overwatch 2? What's your opinion? Look at the TV. Yeah, 30,000. It just glitched again. Whenever, if it does that, it means it glitched and it's not going to work and you got to back out. If it ever says like 40,000, 30,000, 20,000, it's a glitch. It's not correct. That's not happening. It's the queuing is shit and doesn't work. So you back out, you restart it. So I'm going to try a few more times. And if it doesn't work, we can always try PS5. And we can just keep trying to go between the two until we get one to work. Like I said, it should work. I did get it to work earlier. Maybe it was just luck. But I think we're going to get one to work tonight. It would be nice if I could take pictures of wildlife. The problem is, you know, I don't have access to take a picture besides like going through like a window screen. You know what I mean? So I have taken some pictures, but you can't really see the stuff very well. I'm not a photographer. I can't go outside and sneak up on a bird and not scare it away. Good evening, Derek. How you doing? He's saying it's at 0. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's glitched. I feel like if we're diligent tonight, we will get a match. And we'll get in, we'll play a few, but we got to be diligent here. Good evening, Captain DCW. How are you? Haseo says, thank God this wasn't a holiday release. I mean, here's the real problem. this is the first release of the gaming season. If you haven't noticed, there's been almost no high-profile releases, and the few that have been out are, like, exclusive. Like, for example, Nintendo players are probably going crazy for Splatoon 3. They don't care that much about this, right? But outside of that, like, everyone else has been craving a game. Look how popular the Modern Warfare 2 beta was, and that's over, so now people want a game, and what do you think was going to happen? Everyone's trying to play it. I didn't try to play it again on PlayStation. We tried PlayStation earlier today at the beginning of my stream. It was stuck at 40,000, so we never went back and tried it on there. We could tonight. Final Lowcraft says he has access to the new character and didn't buy the Battle Pass. Wait, you have access to Kimiko? That's the Battle Pass exclusive. You can play as Kimiko? You're not supposed to. So that's another bug. Main Vega, thank you for the super chat. He says, what's up? Have you and Kat gone to Canada? We have not. I've been to Canada only once many years ago for a work thing. I flew out there when I worked for that helicopter company, but we have not gone to Canada. In reality, since we've been together, you know, we've been on one major trip, and that was to Connecticut to visit my parents and get married, and that was it. We haven't had the means or opportunity, financially or time-wise or otherwise, to do anything. So, no, we're not doing Disneyland Adventures tonight. Absolutely not. That's definitely not happening. Yeah, Final Lookcraft says I'm playing as Kimiko, even though I didn't pay for the Battle Pass. What the hell? They have no clue what they're doing. Some people have characters. Some people don't have characters. Some people have half the characters. Some people can play. Some can't. Some can play it once and then it stops. Some people have been playing all day. What is going on? What's up, Nathan? Good to see you. Nathan Smith, how you doing? Good night. Or good evening. I said good night like I'm going to sleep. Good evening. Darth Gulbach says he previously played for 5 years. How did you play? PC players are having no issue because PC players already had to use Battle.net for the previous versions of the game. So Battle.net is already associated with their games, you see? But if you're playing on non-PC or if you played on a console, they never required Battle.net login, so that's where the problem is happening. Retro Parasite is the Super Chat. Says this is the first big holiday release. It's free to play. I wouldn't say this is a holiday release. I would say this is the first major release of this gaming season. But the problem is it doesn't work right now. You know, not consistently anyway. Even when Kat was playing downstairs on PS4, it crashed 3 times. And she had to keep restarting, and trying to get back in for a little bit. Usagi Jojo says, I tried to send a tip for the first time. I hope it worked. As of now, I have no tip. I have one tip that came through, and it didn't have a name associated with it, so I said it was anonymous. Was that you? Were you the $5 tipper? If you're going to use the new tips link, thank you. I need the support with tips, but you got to put your name into the message so I know it's you, or else I won't know that it's from you. That was from you, so I should put you on the leaderboard here? Usagi? Yeah, please put your name in the message. There's no way for me to know otherwise. There you go. There's absolutely no way to play with viewers. There's no way to get this to work properly at all. So, you know, saying ridiculous things like that is a waste of your time. The game barely friggin' works. Watch, it's going to glitch again. It keeps doing this. Search for game server. Yeah. We'll try 1 or 2 more times, and if you guys want me to switch to PS5, we'll try again. It just doesn't seem... Now, it worked before, and now it doesn't want to work again. This is freaking ridiculous. What a joke. Blizzard! AAA game developer. Yeah, this works on PS4. I just watched my wife play for an hour. It works on PS4, no problem. You get a few glitches, errors, it'll crash, but then when you restart, you get right back in. Derek says that Bevo was his favorite character that I played with in Overwatch 1. The one, oh yeah, the bee skin. That was pretty cool. I like that color scheme. That was pretty nice. So for those who are just joining, because a lot of people joined in the last 10 minutes, here's where we're at. My wife was able. Oh, by the way, shout out to Chupa, who re-upped his membership for 15 months. Says, "What's up? Good evening, Chupa. Good to see you. Thank you for the support." So, first of all, Overwatch 2 is essentially Overwatch 1.5. It's incredibly similar to the first game. Right now, there's no new maps. It's all the maps from Overwatch 1. My wife played for over an hour and never encountered a new map. It's the same exact maps from Overwatch 1, but they changed the time of day. So, for example, King's Row used to be nighttime. Now it's daytime. That's the only difference. They're exactly identical outside of that. The characters are tweaked a little bit, and the teams are 5v5 instead of 6v6, and you can only have one tank on a team. But that's it. There's issues already. People who have been successfully syncing their previous Overwatch accounts don't have access to any of the new characters. They were promised 34 characters out of the 35. They only get 32. It's all the characters from Overwatch 1 they can play with, and they can't play with either of the new characters. And, of course, you have to buy the last one. But there seems like there's no way for someone who synced their account to access those two characters. It's just impossible right now. Okay? Now, for people who are playing for the very first time, all right, they can play as the two new characters. But half the other cast is locked for them. So think of it this way. If you actually played the crap out of the game originally and you already have mastered all the original cast, you can still only play with the original cast. But if you're someone who's new, who doesn't know what you're doing, oh, you have access to the new characters. I don't know if I can stay sane in this world where Blizzard gets away with this kind of shit and still will get respect because they don't deserve it, quite frankly, for this kind of insane botched launch. Main Vega did another super chat. Says, you plan on finishing Dying Light 2? No, not really. I don't think ever anyone's going to want to see it. I always left it open. Remember, I played it in February, and I said to everyone, if you guys ever want to see me go back, I'll play it. No one requested it. I mean it. Like, there were maybe overall 2 people in the entirety of the year who went back and said, would you ever play it again? That's how few people cared about Dying Light 2. So, I don't think so. They're not getting DDoSed. That is bullshit. It's not happening. There's no DDoS right now. Maybe it was happening earlier today. There's no DDoS right now. Their servers don't work. That's what's happening right now. Stop fooling yourselves. Fan of Lovecraft just did a super chat saying, I actually shot you an email with a screen capture showing the new character that he didn't pay for. Well, Fan of Lovecraft, I wouldn't plan on keeping that character. That sounds to me like they will eventually fix it, and you're probably going to lose the character unless you actually buy her. Thank you for the super chat. No, this is not a new shirt. Of course, this is my Winston shirt. Oh, yeah, 50,000 players ahead of me. This is so ludicrous. We'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work, we'll try PS5, and we'll just keep alternating back and forth all night until we get it to work. You know, this is stupid. 50,000 players. You out of your mind. The hell out of here. Okay. Nonsense. I've never had lentil soup, SD Chargers. I would like to try it someday. A lot of people seem to think that lentils are quite tasty and a good part of different cultural cuisines. So I think one day I would like to try lentil soup. Yeah, so anyway, before I got distracted, this is my Winston shirt from Overwatch 1. If you remember, when Overwatch 1 was popular, I still had my Loot Crate partnership. And this was the shirt that came in one of the Loot Crates. And I actually wore it over the course of that year while playing Overwatch 1. After that, I barely wore it after that because, you know, Overwatch wasn't part of my rotation anymore. But I said, hey, it's the launch of Overwatch 2. Why not bring back the Winston shirt and play with Winston? And yeah, here we are. That was a great idea, wasn't it? How is that even possible? Mateo says I have every character but not my main Lucio. How does that make sense? What? I don't know if I should believe you on that one. Did I enjoy having the Loot Crate boxes? Do I think they were worth it? Most times, no. I would say Out of all the Loot Crate boxes I got, maybe 1/3 of them had something nice in them every once in a while. Usually it was a shirt, by the way, because as you've seen, like the Deadpool shirt, this shirt, and a few other shirts are all Loot Crate shirts that I kind of held over from back then. But outside of that, the vast majority of stuff in those boxes was just complete junk that ended up getting thrown out. It's nothing of any use. Main Vega, the Super Chat says, I strongly support a Dying Light 2 playthrough. You are one person. No one else really asked for it in months and months and months. So, again, I'm telling you, I really don't think I'm ever going back to it at this point. It's pretty dead. I am recording. Yes, we are recording this. We recorded earlier today when I tried to do this too, and it didn't work. Kuri just did a super chat, says, I have a PS5, a Series X, and a Switch. Only my Switch so far has been able to get set up and start any matches. I hope yours will start working. Wow. Like I said, it was working earlier, but then I had to eat dinner. So I was like, well, what are you going to do? I have to eat dinner. It's ready. It's cooked and ready to eat. Let me go. You know, I wasn't going to stream during dinner time. And I come back tonight, and now here's the situation we're in. At least the numbers are moving, but what a joke. Have I ever received food at a restaurant and sent it back because it was bad? Yes. I particularly remember one of the worst times I ever had was at an Outback Steakhouse that I went, and I ordered it medium steak, and it came back well done like a hockey puck, like overcooked dry. So I complained, and they put it back. They brought it back, and again it was overcooked. I said, do you not understand what medium even means? What kind of a cook do you have back there? Oh, by the way, they also fucked up the sides that I ordered too. They were all wrong. So after that, I haven't been to Outback Steakhouse again. It's been years. Nope, I did not get a refund. I complained to the store manager, and he gave me nothing. So then I wrote an online complaint, and they gave me nothing. So I said, why would I ever go with this business ever again? So I just never went back. By the way, we have something new in the background you guys probably can't see. Since we're waiting, I might as well show you. Wait, here we go. There's actually one of the things that was sent in that care package that I told you about. That's where we got the Magic 8-Ball from. A Nosferatu action figure. You know Nosferatu? That old movie, black and white horror movie. It's one of the oldest ones ever. Probably like the first appearance of a vampire in any movie. It's pretty cool. Here for Halloween. Now, again, that was from the same person who had sent me that care package, Dutch. It was very nice of him to include that, and I said I was going to add it for Halloween. I forgot, and I was like, wait a minute, there's a perfect spot for it right here. So I added it. By the way, since we're already looking at that, reminder. Oh, look, it says now 40,000 players ahead of me. I think we're gonna give up on this, and we're gonna try PS5. But while we're at it, remember, if you tip me $8 or more in one go tonight, you should ask the Magic 8-Ball a question. I'm gonna ask the Magic 8-Ball a question. All right? Will we get any matches of Overwatch 2 tonight, or is this a complete bust because Blizzard is a joke of a game developer, a shadow of their former selves, and no one should spend money on their games ever again? So, will we get a match tonight? Yes or no? Yes or no? My sources say no. My sources say no. That's not cool. My sources say no. All right, I'm going to try one more time. All right? I'm going to try one more time. And if it doesn't work, then we're going to swap the PS5 and try on there. Okay? Soft serve or regular ice cream. I've probably eaten in my life. When I went out as a kid, I always got soft serve because we had a Dairy Queen in my local neighborhood. And I loved the Dairy Queen ice cream from when I was a kid. At home, you can't get soft serve. So I always had hard ice cream at home. And I like hard ice cream too. If I had to absolutely choose and there was gourmet levels of ice cream, I would probably get hard ice cream as an adult, because you can get better flavors. You can get things like peanut butter and fudge and things in hard ice cream that you can't get in like a soft serve. So Haseo says, please don't let the entire stream be you trying to get a match. What would you like to do then? Because it seems like this is how you play it. You have to sit here and fuck with it. Like, what else would you like me to do? Because I don't think there's anything else to do. You know, like I said to people earlier, the only thing we could do is just jump on Game Pass, randomly pick a game. What are we going to do? Play for an hour? What's the point? Right? Might as well just kill time and talk and do Q&A while we try, and maybe we'll get lucky. And if we don't, I guess we did a Q&A stream, right? Corey, the way to get a gifted membership is essentially there's a way to enable it, but I think you have to be around when someone gifts a membership, unless they've changed it, because it used to be you had to be around when someone gifts memberships to enable it, but I don't know if that's changed or not because I don't even see it. I'm the channel owner. I don't get to see it. Do I prefer hot or cold weather? Cold. Cold. I always prefer cold weather. Here, because when you're cold, you can get warm easily. Put on more clothes, bundle up, start moving, get your body temperature up. Easy. When it's hot, how do you cool down? Douse yourself with water and hope it doesn't evaporate quick. Stand in front of an air conditioner, right? That's annoying. I know. DB Croy says there's actually double the amount of people here tonight from a night stream than normal, even though the game doesn't work. I know, because people want to see me. People want to see me play new games. All summer, people were upset I wasn't playing the hot new games. Then when I played the games that were new, people didn't like them, like Splatoon 3 or Multiverses. So people are excited to see me play something new, and it won't work. Fan of Lovecraft, you shouldn't feel bad. I feel bad I'm playing the new character because I didn't pay for her. Why would you feel bad? Look what everyone else is going through. You shouldn't feel bad. You should feel glad. You should feel glad. No, I hate Italian food. Of course, everyone knows that. Darth Goldbox says he got in. Try staying in the queue when it goes high and it may glitch low again and put you in. Well, we could try that. Real Take Sports, thank you for the super chat, but that is incorrect. Right now, I really need help with tips. So if you guys could support the stream with tips tonight, that would be the preferred method. All these super chats are great and will help in the long term, but I need to pay bills over the weekend. So I need the tip support if you can. Speaking of which, I just got a $1.50 tip. Let's take a look here. Do I think I'll ever get my 2017 vibe back? The funny part about that is I don't really know what that means because it's a meme, but I don't know where, exactly what the meme is referencing. Besides, I guess maybe I said that in a video a long time ago. I don't know. But oh, look at this. Now I got a login error. That's even different. I got a different fail. A completely different type of failure. This is remarkable. It's like the game can fuck up in new and creative ways. If you don't get one fuck up, you get the other fuck up. It's like the game has a hand of cards, and 10 cards are bad and 1 card is good. How will you fuck up? How about account deleted? How about error, server error. Boom. How about this? Boom. Okay. Is that what it is? So basically, the meme is that on 2017 is when I changed up my content from being an on-demand YouTuber to an interactive streamer, and I focused more on interactive Twitch streaming. And so when I say I'm getting that vibe back, it means like I feel like I'm getting that fresh feeling of fun and interactive stuff back again. See, the thing is, I don't feel like it ever went away at this point, right? Someone impersonating Hazard says, do you remember me? It's Hazard. I remember when you played Counter-Strike Go. There's no way that's you. Hazard has a real YouTube account. That's not an H logo. So I'm not stupid. I know you're not really Hazard. You're the dumbass. I got a couple more tips. Got a $5 tip from Chocoboco. Did you know Nosferatu has a game on the SNES? It was an action game with beat-em-up mechanics and platforming. No, I did not know that. I never knew about Nosferatu on the SNES. Thank you for the tip, Chocoboco. And then, and by the way, I'm going to play animations for these in a second. There's another $5 tip. This one is from Chef D. Let me go ahead and play this animation. It's the $5 animation because each of you guys earned the $5 animation. Chef D says, where'd you get the shirt? Had Primal Rage for 3DO when I was a kid and I loved it. This was a Loot Crate exclusive shirt. You had to be a subscriber of Loot Crate in the year of 2016. And one of their monthly crates had this Winston shirt. So that's where I got this from. And I wore it a lot that year. And then after that, probably maybe for like another year. But then after that, I stopped wearing it entirely when I stopped playing Overwatch. So it kind of sat in a drawer for a long time. I got another tip. Gamer Guy tipped me $1. Did you watch the Dead Space remake gameplay trailer? I have not watched that. No, I have not. I need to, but I have not yet. Thank you for the tip. Oh my goodness. Raw. Oh yeah, SD Charger says he's been trying. He just got in for now on the Series X. I'll keep trying. Right? If you guys want me to keep trying on Series X, I will. Unless you want me to switch to PS5, we can try over there. Either one, I don't really care. I'll leave it to you guys to choose. Nosferatu was in a SpongeBob episode. He was turning on and off the lights and was a slinging slasher. Nosferatu is actually quite notable in Hollywood movie history and has shown up in so much stuff. Old school cartoons and stuff from back in the day he used to be in. I think at one point he was in, like, Animaniacs and stuff. Yeah, this is Foobard, man. How did I get in earlier, right? You guys are, okay, here, I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to have it going again. I'm going to do a poll right now. Everyone vote. Should Phil stay on Xbox Series X? If not, he'll try on PS5. Yes or no? Should I stay on the Series X or not? Real Take Sports, please don't contradict me. Thank you for the super chat, but don't contradict me ever. It's not a good idea. Especially when I actually need a lot of help this week. I don't need jokes. I need help. Thanks. Phantom Lovecraft says, never played Diablo before. Do you think I should try it? I don't know. I like Diablo 1 and 2 were incredibly addictive games I played in the 90s on my PC, and I really liked them. Diablo 3 didn't seem to have that kind of appeal to me. Diablo 3 almost felt like they tried too hard to modernize it, and I didn't really like it as much. But a lot of people loved Diablo 3. So, I mean, it's really your call. At this point, they're all cheap, right? They're pretty much all inexpensive. Derek says, I played in the following events in Overwatch 1. Year of the Rooster, Rio 2016 Olympics, and the Winter Wonderland. I remember them. Sounds familiar. Yep, Overwatch 2 is still broken, Yoshino. I got into it earlier today when I was finishing my Evil Within stream that I did in place of Overwatch 2 because it wouldn't work. On a whim, I tried it, and it joined. And I played through the tutorial and the training. I was like, okay, I can play a match now. But I have to eat. My dinner was ready. So I went downstairs and ate. My wife played for an hour. I watched her play on PS4. I came up expecting it would work, and now it doesn't work. It's a fucking joke. No, I'm not going to do a live react to the Mario movie Nintendo Direct. It's literally just the Mario trailer. So I'm not doing that. Okay. Another tip has come in. An anonymous tipper says the medium home value in Seattle has passed 850,000, so I'll be a millionaire soon. It's incorrect. In fact, people are starting to get nervous now because everything going on in the United States with inflation and our Fed here is trying to combat it. They just rose interest rates ridiculous amount in the last like month or two. So now mortgages are insanely expensive, and most people trying to sell homes can't sell them. It went from, no exaggeration, it went from, oh, I have a house to sell. Oh my God, within 2 days you have insane offers all over the place. To now, there was someone who just said they have a really high-end home in Seattle that normally would sell like this, and it's been out on the market for 5 weeks and haven't had a single offer. So what's ended up happening now is everything's going to flip. Everything's going to flip. Home values are going to go back down for a while, and then eventually they're going to go back up again. This is a desirable part of the country to live in, so likely I'm not going to lose too much home value, but I will probably lose a bunch over the next couple of years. Not that it matters. I don't have any credit to do anything with my home value regardless. You know, but it just sucks. That's the nature of finance, right? So 54% are saying, no, I should not stay on Xbox. If this airs out, we're going to go to PS5, I guess. All right. Let's do a swap to PS5, and we'll try that a few times here. Okay? I own a house. No, I live in a cardboard box. If you can't tell, that's what I'm streaming from right now. Okay. Ooh. It's doing this again. For some reason, sometimes my PS5 will not immediately work video out, and then I have to unplug and replug in the HDMI cable, and then it works. I have absolutely no idea what causes that. I don't know why it does that. That's weird. Okay. Oh, Overwatch 2 arrived? That's interesting. How many people played it on PS5? 0? But you see my point? Like, even all the consoles are advertising it. Everyone was told by Blizzard this was going to be like a big launch and everyone was going to be excited and want to play. No one could play the fucking thing at all. So every console's advertising it on the front page and everything like it's big news, and no one could play the game. What a joke. Okay. Try again. Let's see here. So Michael did a super chat, says, I've been trying on Series X since 3 p.m. I just got in now. Sometimes it's about diligence. Bahin did a super chat, says, do a Halloween movie tier list on your marathon day. You mean like horror movie, not Halloween movie, right? I guess I would have to... I could do that. I can't show any footage, but I could actually, like, rank horror movies. Interesting. Yeah, I kept that origami avatar ever since I got Heavy Rain. Back in the day, when you got Heavy Rain, you got that avatar for buying the game, I believe it was. I can't remember, because I didn't get it digitally, you know, I got it physically. So I think it came with it. There was like a code to get that avatar, and I just kept it ever since then. Haseo says, is this worse than the Street Fighter V release or somewhat better? Well, I did log in earlier. So already, this actually technically, you have to categorize it as better. Because Street Fighter V, you just could not play it at all. There was no launch possibility of playing it. The servers were just down. Here, you have to get lucky, but I did get in earlier. Expand Donks is he playing on the Switch and not having any problems? I'm not surprised. There's probably fewer players playing on Switch than anything. Yeah, there's probably very few people playing it on Switch. Want to know why? Because Switch people are playing Splatoon. That's their game. You see? Oh, let's see. I got a $10 tip. Cool. Well, this person did not include a name. Let's play a $10 animation, then I'll read their message. I'm just going to say anonymous because they did not include a name. Guys, remember, if you're going to tip me, you have to include your name now because I don't know who you are. Okay? So, anonymous $10 tipper. I fucked that up. I knew I did. says the following. I've been a fan since your World at War days as the original Darkside Phil on YouTube. I'm missing the camera in front of the TV. You're, well, one of the very few. Everyone hated that quality. Like, back in the day, everyone complained to me constantly that I was a dinosaur because I refused to upgrade the quality for so long. I mean, I used that camera, or I should say I used a camera, all right, from 2008 all the way through early 2013. And then finally in early 2013, I adopted direct capture. It took me that long. It's literally the same error over here too. Wow. Fan of Lovecraft said, if I launched Overwatch 2 on my PC, all my characters are there and I have the new girl. Now, wait a minute. Fan of Lovecraft, I just want to make sure you didn't buy it, right? You didn't pay the $40. So if this is the case, that's a glitch in your favor, dude. That is what they call a bank error in your favor. Christian says, that was me. Was that you? See, here's the thing. Again, if you guys are going to tip me now with this method, you have to put your name. There's no way to confirm your name. So if you're saying that's your name, Christian, I'll put your name up, but I hope you're not messing with me. Thank you, Christian, for the top tip of the day. No, Fan of Lovecraft confirmed he didn't pay for it. You got lucky, dude. You lucked out big time. So thank you, Christian, also for the super chat. So now Christian is the top tipper and the latest super chatter. Oh, wait a minute. You do not have a H in your name. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Okay. What are the chances that it's going to stop glitching, right? Like, it's probably just going to do this all night. Who are some of my favorite Overwatch characters? Well, obviously, I'm going to say Winston. You know, Winston was the one that I probably had the most success with over my time in Overwatch 1. You know, from time to time, I remember playing with various different characters and liking them, like Bastion at one point, Pharah at one point. Who was my favorite support? Probably Lucio. Probably I did better with Lucio than others, I think, I would say. Although I played with Mercy a bit too, if I remember. Trying to remember, like, Reinhardt I used a bit too. I thought Reinhardt was good, was really overpowered at, like, the launch of the game. D.Va, yeah, I thought D.Va was good. Yeah. There were a lot of characters I didn't really use. Like Genji I almost never used. I did play Zenyatta for a bit. That's correct. I did like Zenyatta for a bit. Yeah. But there was quite a few characters that I didn't really play that much. I think originally I started with Soldier 76, and then I stopped playing him like halfway through the time I was playing the game. You know who I almost never used? McCree. Remember that? I like never used McCree. And I think it was near the end of the time I was playing I started using him, but then I never went back into it. Hanzo and McCree. Yeah, Hanzo too. I don't think I used Hanzo that much either, did I? No, I like never used Widowmaker either. That's another one. There was, I'd say like half the cast I enjoyed using and then half the cast I kind of ignored. Christian, thank you for another super chat. He says, I especially loved your old Skyrim playthrough. I think everyone does. Look, this is what a piece of fucking dog shit. Like, you might actually get more fun out of playing with dog shit right now. Go outside and see if you can find a lump and just put your hand right in it. It's fun. Fun for the whole family. Get some sticks, start poking it. Yes, I hated McCree because McCree basically could get headshot kills, but didn't actually need to hit you with a headshot because everyone has aim assist on console. So as long as you're playing on console, you could literally do that waggle technique. You know what they do? They do it in Call of Duty 2 for headshots when they're not real. They do the waggle technique. So you start to zoom in, and before you've actually fully zoomed in to get the headshot, it auto-corrects to their head, and you just fire. See, they would get just auto-correct headshots over and over. It's bullshit. Like, how is that skill? That's fucking abusing auto or aim assist. Yes, McCree is now named Cassidy. I'm aware of that. You know what? I did enjoy May overall. I felt like her build was kind of simple, but if used effectively, she could be really good. But basically, she definitely needed to have teammates, kind of backing her up, because her whole point was to kind of freeze an area and slow everything down, which was very useful when she could do it. But she had to get to that point. She just running around trying to solo, forget it. No, Reaper was a character I did not use much in Overwatch 1. For whatever reason, I don't remember why. I think at first I tried him, I didn't like him that much. Another anonymous tip from a $2 tipper. Will I play Dragon Ball The Breakers on the 14th? Absolutely not. Dragon Ball The Breakers is literally Dead by Daylight with Dragon Ball. Like, it's the same game. Much like all these other, they call it, what do they call it? What's the actual term for that style of game? It has a genre. There's a word for it. It's basically, it's unbalanced teams, one versus a group. Asymmetrical, thank you. Asymmetrical survival game. I'm so tired of it. Like I told you guys, if I'm going to play an asymmetrical survival game, I'll play Dead by Daylight. I'm okay with that. If you guys really wanted me to, I would play some Dead by Daylight. I liked that game back in the day. In fact, I like it more than you guys did. I wanted to keep playing it, and you guys demanded I stopped playing it because you said you didn't like it. I don't want to play every fucking knockoff that wants to be Dead by Daylight just because it has a franchise behind it. And I mean, no, really, there's so many at this point. They just did Evil Dead. They're doing this with Dragon Ball. They're about to do a Ghostbusters one. In fact, the Dragon Ball one releases on the 14th of October, and then the Ghostbusters one releases on the 18th of October. And they're the same type of game. What a joke. Real Take Sports to the Super Chat saying, will there be a week where I work only 5 days? I don't know. Usually if there is a week where I work only 5 days, then I end up working 7 days the next week. Because usually if I only work a 5-day week, I can barely afford anything. Seriously, it's just true. I guess I'm going to take this off because I don't really need to hear the atmospheric noise of nothing. If the game works again, I'll put it back on. That's right, Killer Clowns from Outer Space has one next year coming out as well. That's right. Random Ron says Symmetra before she was nerfed into Oblivion. Well, when the game first released, I liked using Symmetra, but I actually felt Symmetra was too weak at launch. I felt like if her turrets were better or had better range or better damage, that she would have been a better character. Now, from what I'm going to understand, eventually they did buff her, because I guess that people did feel she was too weak at launch. But then I guess from what you're saying is, yes, on top of that, then they nerfed her. And that's kind of the problem with games like this. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Street Fighter 4. So, in plain vanilla Street Fighter 4, all right, Fei Long was absolutely terrible. He was one of the worst characters in the game. Although he had combos, none of them were safe, and they did low damage, and he just could not hang. His priority was terrible with most of his moves. So then they made Super Street Fighter 4, and it was either Super or Arcade Edition. I forget which one it was. It was one of the later versions. Oh, well, we're going to make up for that. We're going to tweak him. So they did, and they made him the best character in the game by a mile. All his moves were safe. You couldn't punish anything he did. Everything was 100% foolproof. His combos were the highest damage in the game and the easiest to pull off. It was a joke. It was like you made him an insanely bad, the best character in the game. Like you didn't. It just showed that they were kind of a hack dev team at that point. And that's why I didn't really like the game anymore after that iteration. Like I think it was the first 2 versions of the game I liked. And then after that is where the game really went downhill for me. But that's kind of what they did with Symmetra, where she starts off one way, changed, now she's good again. Oh, now she's bad again. Now she's good again. Now she's bad again. Like they can't decide what they want to do with this character. I got another tip. From Christian again, $5 tip. He says, here's a cool little fact that might warm your heart. I follow you since I was only 9 or 10. I'm 22 years old. I still love your content. Wow. First of all, if you were 9 or 10 and watching my content, you should contact your parents and scold them and say, why on earth were you allowing me to watch Phil's content when I was so young and impressionable? That's horrible. I mean, you're probably a terrible person at this point if you were watching me at that age. Because, you know, the things I said and did back then, I mean, holy shit, right? I can't believe that you're not like some kind of a bank robber or drug dealer or, you know, you're not pulling off some like international espionage or something against the United States for Russia or something. You know, it's ridiculous that you would watch my content at 9 years old. But thanks for watching, right? Thank you for watching, and I appreciate the support today. You're 22, now you're old enough to watch, and now I'm an old codger, and I'm boring. I'm 40 years old. I'm very boring. That's what everyone tells me. They're like, Phil, aren't you aware that children don't watch your content anymore? You know, we looked at my demographics the other day on the YouTube Studio app, and it says that less than 1% of my viewing audience is of the ages of 13 to 18. The vast majority of my viewing audience is between 23 or 24 to 35. And then the second biggest group is like 35 to 45. And then there's actually more people older. There's actually more people like 45 to 55, 55 to 60 watching me than people who are in their teens. Teenagers do not watch Dark Side Phil anymore. You want to know what the teenagers watch? The illegal restreamers. That's the truth. They go and watch the illegal restreamer shitheads. That's the kind of stuff they like, because they're the Keemstar fans, right? They're the scumbags, the shitheads, the mouth-drooling morons. They have no brains in their fucking heads, and their parents don't monitor their actions online. So they go watch this illegal shit, and this is what happens. Like, you know, that's exactly what it is. So they're not watching my content anymore, when actively they used to. You know, a decade ago, they used to watch me, but I was so immature and shit back then. Oh, now we're at 199 players. Now we're getting somewhere. Dale Wilson says a lot of people look up to you as a father figure. That's incredibly disturbing. Like, if you look up to me as a father figure, what I need you to do is go straight to your local medical ward and speak with a doctor immediately and say, I need help. Because that's my record. If I'm your daddy, I'm telling you, you need some help. You got to go get out of here, Aunt. Don't delay. Get your on the way right now. Just drop everything you're doing. Christian, the super chat says, do not worry. I've watched you grow as a creator. I appreciate you saying that, Christian. So we've now been doing this for almost 50 minutes. We have no matches so far, both on Xbox Series X and PS5. This is very promising. Yes, Derek, I remember Ana. Is Tracer a default or starting character for everyone in Overwatch? I don't know. I got in so briefly earlier, I didn't really take note. I know Winston's there, but I didn't really take note exactly what characters were unlocked by default and which ones weren't. And, you know, I didn't take a picture or anything, so I don't remember. I assumed it was going to work tonight, which is a big error on my behalf. To assume that Blizzard was competent is a big error. Seven Star Samurai says, my experience when Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker first launched, it took weeks for it to stabilize. Actually, one of the funniest things was the launch of World of Warcraft. It was so bad that people made memes before memes existed. I remember, you ever heard that Gwen Stefani song? What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? Like, people actually had, like, a picture of the queue endlessly trying to join and erroring out and going back in the server. Yeah, look, game server connection failure. Look at this. Game server connection failure. That's another new error message. We haven't even seen that one yet. Look, we haven't even seen this error message yet. We have another new one. This is great. We've been trying this for 50 minutes. We've seen like 4 different errors, and they're all different. That's hilarious. Right? Anyway, that being said, no, like, that was funny because people wanted to play World of Warcraft so bad, and they bought it. And not only did you have to buy World of Warcraft, then people bought, like, you know, I want to play this for a while, so they would buy, like, the year subscription. So they're paying hundreds of dollars, and then they couldn't log in. What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? They're not being DDoS attacked. That ended earlier today. This is bullshit. This is complete bullshit. It's not happening. It's fabricated. This is great. We're in an endless loop. We're literally in an endless loop here. Let's see here. Yeah. Fan of Lovecraft, he showed me the picture. He has the new character. He didn't even pay for it. Ha 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 ha. What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? Oh, wait, we still didn't learn our lesson. Wow, how many games till fucking Blizzard proves that they can be competent? What a joke. Real Take Sports to the Super Chase. Tom Brady is 45 going strong. You got this? Good for him. Good for Tom Brady. I'm no Tom Brady. Right? You guys want me to use the DSP Reacts layout? Fuck. I wasn't ready for that. Where is it? Where the hell is the border? This is very exciting. What a great suggestion. There we go. We did a swap-a-roo. No, we're not doing Disney Dreamlight Valley or Multiverses tonight. Multiverses is done. Multiverses we're done with. People don't want it. They've outright told me they don't want any more of it. So we're not doing that again. I'm not wasting time on it and trying my hardest to learn the game just to be told we're not interested in it and we're not going to watch or support it. I'm not going to waste my time on it anymore. All right? But, you know, Disney Dreamlight Valley, we might end up playing tomorrow at this rate if this game doesn't work. But we're not doing that tonight. We're not doing that impromptu stuff tonight. Yeah, so far, no Sleep Revive. So far, Capcom Flight Incorrect Collection we're still playing with. Derek says, the last DLC character that I checked out for Overwatch was Orisa, released in April of 2017. Uprising was a new 4-player game mode that I tried. So I did Death Fist. No, Doom Fist was his name, right? So I played with Doomfist, and I played with Orisa, and that was the last time I played the game. Got it. Got it. Ay, ay, ay. What's funny is you can definitely tell the people who are here just to chill and the people who are actually here for gameplay and the people who don't care. Because the people who are here to chill are happy. They're like, hey, well, at least we get to relax with Phil. We're having a good conversation. They're even supporting the stream. Then you got people who literally just come for the gameplay and they're all upset. Oh, you're not playing anything. Well, I don't have to just play anything. We could just chill and hope for the best and hope we play tonight. No, you're not playing anything. This is unacceptable. I'm bored. Okay, well, this is what we're trying to do, so move on, you know? And then there's some people who are just happy no matter what. So I appreciate all the people who are not complaining right now. Dog in the window that is super just says, steal the gaming PC so we can watch you play Overwatch 2. What does that even mean? My wife is not playing on her PC. My wife is playing on a PS4 downstairs, her PS4 Pro. And she stopped. She played for an hour and she got incredibly frustrated and bored because the game has all the new characters locked for her. Inexplicably, it makes no sense that they would be locked, but they are. Oh, my PS4 Pro, I packed up. If you remember, during my closet cleanup, I found the box for it. And so I unhooked it from over there and put it in the box and packed it away in my closet for possibly, you know, to trade in at some point. But then I realized I'm pretty sure that the fucking game disc for Divinity 2 is in there. So at some point, I'm probably going to have to hook it back up and get that out of there. Exactly, Derek. All the characters should be unlocked except Himiko, because Himiko is supposed to be the character you have to buy. But it's not. For my wife, it's not. All the new characters are locked for her, even though she synced her account. Only the Overwatch 1 characters are even playable. Yeah, look at this. So we're getting the endless server error now. Look. The endless server error on PS5. Hiseo, I'm glad that you're able to make the night streams. And, you're always welcome here. Thank you for your positivity and your support of the streams. Basically says, he's happy that he can make the night streams. He can't usually make day streams. When will I play Minecraft again? If I do, it probably is going to be fresh because I'm fairly certain I lost my Minecraft world. Here we go again. I'm fairly certain I lost my Minecraft world. Because at one point they upgraded. Remember that there's Bedrock and Java editions of Minecraft. And at one point, they forced you to convert over. I think it was from Java to Bedrock. I can't exactly remember how it worked, but I used to play on Xbox One. And they wanted to force you to convert your world from one to the other. I got 2 emails about it, and I just ignored it because I wasn't paying attention. And now from what I don't understand, the old world wouldn't even work anymore. Like, it's gone because they said either you convert or you're going to lose your progress. So I'm pretty sure I lost the world. I would have to start over. No, Overpowered Booney says that's on PC only. No, you see, I got emails about it. I literally got emails from Mojang saying, so we have record that you played this on console. You need to log in and convert over or you're going to lose it. And I didn't give it any thought or attention. And so I'm pretty positive it's gone. LK562 did a super chat. So enjoyed your take with the Keemstar video. Nice work. Thank you very much. LK, did you see my follow-up from the next day? I actually got an email from a former fan of Keemstar who on the podcast the next day literally explained to me why they were a fan. And essentially, in a nutshell, they were an immature teenager, and immature teenagers like the drama and don't understand the repercussions of said drama, knowing that it ruins people's lives or that a lot of it was fabricated. Basically, that teenagers are just dumb and just like whatever for whatever purpose. And then when they get older, they grow out of it. And essentially, that's what Keemstar does, is he always propagates a young audience, whether it's making fun of people in Halo, right? Then selling Minecraft knockoff games, making an immature podcast, making a drama alert show and creating drama that doesn't really exist around the show, and then covering the Paul brothers when they came to YouTube, again, even younger audience. Like, literally, his audience is always children or teenagers. He never actually appealed to any adults because adults don't watch that shit. They're not dumb. You see? So it's funny because we just looked at my demographics, and my demographics are less than 1% 13 to 18-year-olds. How much you want to bet if you check Keemstar's demographics, it's probably like 50 to 60%, right? And then probably in people in their 20s, it's probably like 30%. And then as soon as you go to like mid-20s to 30s, it's probably like 2%, 1%. Because no one wants to watch that shit once you get older. They're not dumb enough. Real Take Sports to the super chat. Tom Brady, 45, best at his game can be an example. An example of what? No one's playing fucking football. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about, man? Real Take Sports, I think you might have an obsession with Tom Brady. You might need to investigate for yourself. Here's what you should do. You should take a big poster printout of Tom Brady, and you should go into a closet with just the printout and yourself in a flashlight and lock yourself in the closet for a couple hours to see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Would I consider this worse than Street Fighter V? No, Random Ron. As I said, I actually logged into it earlier. I did. I logged into it earlier, and it worked. I played one. Well, I started a match, and I quit out because it was dinner time. I was like, I got to upload. I got to eat dinner. I'll come back right after dinner on the second stream, and we'll play. And then this happened. It won't work now. But it did work earlier. So at the very least, I did get in, you know, a tiny bit of gameplay of it. The Street Fighter 5 beta, or excuse me, the Street Fighter 5 launch didn't work at all for days on end. Do I think most of my viewers are liberal or conservative? They're conservative. Conservables. Those are my favorites. Derek says he liked Winston. He was a cool character, reminding him of Gorilla Grodd. Jade says, I'm excited for Overwatch 2, but I like talking to you now because it's not working. I'm glad, because there's really nothing else going on right now, is there? There's nothing much we can do about that either. Yoshino, I'm a 50-50 split. I have 2 of the new characters unlocked, not the third, because the third you still have to pay for, Himiko. But I had 50% of the old characters unlocked and like 50% locked. And I remember Bastion was locked. A lot, you know what it was? A lot of the DLC characters were locked. That, you know, even the ones I hadn't really played with, I don't really care because I don't even know who they are. A lot of those were locked for me, so I couldn't use them. No, I don't play RTS games. Nope. Ugh. Great. Guys, we are at 79 likes tonight. We can get a few more likes on the stream. That would be very appreciated. At 100 likes, I will do a celebratory bubble blow. I would like to say thank you to those who have supported the stream tonight already. The best way to help me out right now would be to tip me. And I know there's no gameplay. I wish I could change that. I'm really trying here. Really, I'm trying. If you could support the stream tonight, particularly with tips, I would really appreciate it. I need help with tips for this weekend, so please, if you can, okay? Look, this is busted completely. It just keeps saying game server connection failed. I think I'm gonna go back to Xbox. We at least weren't getting that error message on Xbox, right? This is atrocious. All right, Derek. I'll see you in a little bit. This is fucking atrociously bad, man. What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? Got your $1 million payday. People bought the battle pass, but now they can't play. What you waiting, what you waiting, what you waiting for? Boy, you're stupid, spent that money. Go! Oh my God. Wow. Unreal. Want to read some mangas on stream? We can read some mangas. Boo! Boo! Get off the stage. A big hook is gonna come and get me around the neck. Ugh. Oh, here we go. 40,000 players ahead of me. How about this? How about you take this middle finger and you shove it up your 40,000 assholes? All right, all right. I think we're gonna go back. If I want to play, I would prefer to play it on Xbox regardless. Okay, so I think I'm gonna swap back over to Xbox and then we'll continue. All right.